Dear learners, greetings. In the lecture series of POC2, today we'll begin with unit number 2, that is phenols, amines and carboxylic acid. Now out of these three things, today we are going to concentrate on phenols. In the first session of this phenol, we are going to discuss the various parts. So at the end of this lecture, you will be able to understand the importance of phenol, the various things wherein you will find this phenol naturally in the medicine, in the industry, and in the various aspects of our life. Thereafter, we will be, at the end of this lecture, you will be able to understand the basic chemistry of this phenol, then the acidic nature of the phenol. Herein we will try to compare it with the alcohol as well, that if we compare with the alcohol, so who will be more acidic? First thing, why it is acidic, then comparing with the alcohol, whether it is more acidic or less acidic, that part we are going to understand. Thereafter, you will be able to understand the effect of electron withdrawing group and electron donating group on the acidic nature of this phenol, and few of the derivatives of this phenol we will discuss at the end. So this is what the brief summary or the brief objectives, the learning outcomes. Now we will first begin with the importance of this phenol. As you know, there are so many compounds in the nature. Now if you think about this one, this is the strawberries or even the apple. These strawberry apples, they contain polyphenols. They are having the polyphenols. Now phenols with the polyhydroxy group, so that is the polyphenol. Now if you consider these polyphenols, that is the apple, the strawberries, they do have this polyphenol. And what is the importance of these polyphenols for us? That is, one is in case of the health of the heart, these polyphenols are important. Even they decreases the skin inflammation. Even in the allergic condition, as a support, this polyphenol will help. Blood glucose and weight management, that is again another part. Then the increases the physical performance and improves the dental health. So all these things are happening because of the polyphenols which are present in these food articles. Got that? So why phenols are important is one of the things, that is they are naturally available in the fruits, and these naturally available phenols in the fruit, they will majoritarily help in certain allergic conditions, decreasing the inflammation, the cardiovascular system, the cardiovascular related drugs, understand, the CVS problems. So there also they are having certain roles, even the blood glucose maintenance, weight management, and in the dental care. Now there are certain products you have seen in the market. So one important product is this one, that is the aspirin. You know, it is an analgesic antipyretic drug. In the era of COVID, you have seen these drugs in many of the drugstores. Aspirin, even it's a OTC product, so that the advertisement of these drugs you have seen in the normal our TV channels and in the media as well, right? So this aspirin, I have drawn the aspirin out here. See this is the aspirin. The synthesis of the one of the route of synthesis of this aspirin is from the phenol. That is, from phenol I can synthesize the aspirin. So the importance of phenol could be, from phenols the aspirins can be synthesized, so that this is the drug synthesis from the phenol is possible. Second important, the very much household product, everybody knows this is Dettol. Now the Dettol, if you draw the structure for this Dettol, so how it would look like? This is the structure of Dettol. There, that is the chloroxylenol, or I can put the number out here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it could be 4-chloro 3,5-dimethyl phenol. So that is the your Dettol, the antiseptic, best antiseptic. So the synthesis of the this antiseptic, that is Dettol, is possible from the phenol itself. So basic phenol ring, you know now. The phenol is what? Phenol is the benzene ring, and to that benzene ring one OH group is attached. So that is the phenol. Benzene ring, and to that OH group is attached. That is the phenol. And this phenol part is used in the synthesis of this antiseptic, that is Dettol. This phenol is used as a starting material in the synthesis of aspirin, which will be used as analgesic, antipyretic, that is the reduce the temperature, painkiller. Got that? So these are the certain uses of the phenol in industrial purpose. And you see this one, this is the best indicator you have seen in the 12th standard also, 10th standard also. What is that? That is nothing but the phenolphthalein indicator. Phenolphthalein. So from where you can get this phenolphthalein? So this phenolphthalein synthesis is also possible from using the phenol. So that means the another importance of phenol is synthesis of, or the preparation of phenolphthalein. Got that? So how that phenolphthalein will look like? Now what is the use of phenolphthalein? You know, it's used as a indicator in acid base titration. So whenever the pH is, when the pH is 4 to 7, it is actually the colorless in the nature. But as the pH changes from the acidic to slightly basic, that is 8 to 10. So in the range of 8 to 10, it will have the pink coloration, right? And if the pH increases beyond 10, that is 11 to 14, again it will turn the colorless in the nature. And if the pH is ranging between 0 to 3, then it would be orange in nature. You know that. So that means it is used as a indicator for acid base titration, wherein at the pH range of 8 to 10, it will turn from the colorless to pink in color. So that is the end point. Understand? In acid base titration. So phenolphthalein. This phenolphthalein, so that is what this one. So when it is colorless in the nature, that means it is in the acidic solution. Now once this acid is done with and the base started coming in from the burette, then it will show the pink coloration. So that is the end point. Now you know that. Now even the where is the change? The change is out here. Check there. Check here. This is the change. This is COO, and here you will see what is the change. This is COO. There is this particular connection is present here, CO linkage, but whereas in this part this CO linkage is not there. You got that? I'll just draw the circle so you can identify the difference. Check this. So what will happen in the acidic condition? What will happen in a basic condition? You know that. So that acid is there in your beaker or the flask, and from the burette you are adding the base. So once that in that acid you are having phenolphthalein, so the first color would be colorless, isn't it? First color would be colorless, this one. Okay, it's blue means actually it's a watercolor, understand? And then once the pH changes to 8 to 10, that means what? When the single excess drop of base, strong base, sodium hydroxide, then what will happen? The pH will change into 8 to 10, and immediately the color will change to pink. And what will happen with the phenolphthalein? So the one with the circle I have shown you, this is the cyclic structure wherein CO are connected. Here the CO is not connected. So the cyclic structure opens and it shows the pink coloration. But you see the synthesis of this phenolphthalein also have or also contain what? It also contains the phenol in the nature. Check this whether it has the phenol or not. See this part. Benzene, and to the benzene one OH group is attached. Check here. Benzene, and to benzene one OH group is attached. So what I just wanted you to understand is, from this phenol, for our labs, we can synthesize the phenolphthalein. So this is all about the various importance of this phenolphthalein. Understand? So now another use of your phenol is this bakelite. Okay, what is this bakelite? Bakelite is actually the plastic. You must have come across the this part, that is, check this. This is the telephone, very old telephone. In the movies you can see the plastic from which these telephones are made with, it is bakelite. These bangles or the ornaments, plastics, they are again made of bakelite. Even these buttons are made of bakelite. What is bakelite? Bakelite is a plastic. And how this phenol resin, this is bakelite, will look like? Structurally is like this. Understand? So that means what happens? This bakelite contains what? Phenol. Check this. Phenol and OH group. Phenol and OH group. Actually this is the formaldehyde and phenol resins. Bakelites are the very plastic, thermostable plastic, very lightweight plastic, and this thermostable lightweight plastic, which is used in the ornament purpose or for button preparation or for this telephone unit containing, telephone units. So this bakelite is made from what? From the phenol. So phenol and formaldehyde, when comes together, so this phenol formaldehyde resin is nothing but this bakelite, and this bakelite is nothing but the phenol derivatives. Got that? So that is what, for the preparation of plastic, again you can use phenol as one of the constituent. Understand? So this is what the importance of the phenol. Now in the next part of our phenol, we will discuss about the acidic nature of phenol. Now when discussing about the acidic nature of phenol, the first part you should understand is, now if you consider this is what? Alcohol, ethyl alcohol, C2H5OH, ethyl alcohol. Okay, now when ethyl alcohol can form the ethoxide ion, C2H5O minus, and H plus will be released. Now you know what is an acid? Acid is a substance, basic definition. Acid is a substance which donates the proton, which releases the proton. Now this ethanol is giving this proton. But what happens? This is the reversible reaction. This is the reversible reaction. See this? I have shown both the arrows. So this is the reversible reaction. Now why it is the reversible reaction? Because the alkoxide which is formed, the oxygen is carrying negative charge, and these two dots are a lone pair of electron. That means what? Highly negative charge, electronegative. So what will happen? The oxygen will again take this proton back and forms the alcohol. So that means what? It is the weak acid. Why it is acid? Because ethanol donates proton, so acid. Ethanol donates proton, so it is acid. Part 1. Second thing is what? When the alkoxide is formed, ethoxide is formed, this ethoxide, the oxygen is having negative charge, and what it will does? It will again abstract, again take back the proton and forms the stable form, that is the ethanol. As this ethoxide, as this alkoxide is not stable. Why it is not stable? Because it is having the highly negative charge. So that it will again attract the proton and go back to into normal stable form, that is the ethanol. So what this will decipher that ethanol is acid as it donates the proton, but ethanol is weak acid. Why? Because the alkoxide which is formed is highly unstable because of negative charge, and it will abstract the proton and again converts into ethanol. So that means what? It is a weak acid. Now if you think about the phenol part, if you see the phenol part, this is phenol. Phenol is what? Your benzene ring with the OH group. Now this phenol, please understand, this phenol, what is happening with this phenol? This phenol will form the phenoxide ion. You know this is form the phenoxide ion and donates the proton. So as it is donating the proton, we can easily say this is the acid. Got that? But if you compare this phenoxide ion, what we are talking about is the phenoxide ion. This phenoxide ion will have the stability. Why? Because this phenoxide ion will have a very good stability because of these canonical structures. What are these canonical structures? See, this oxygen is having the negative charge, right? Now what will happen? Negative charge means what? 2 electrons. So these are 2 electrons, and these 2 and these 2 electrons are already the 2 lone pair of electrons which are available with the oxygen. Now what will happen? This negative charge will be given to the bond between carbon and oxygen. So here is the formation of double bond, and these 2 electrons will shift here, forming this as the negative charge. So at the ortho position you will have negative charge. Similarly, in the next step what will happen? This negative charge will be shared with this bond, forming here the double bond, and these 2 electrons from where? The double bond. So these double bond electrons again shifting at the para position, giving this carbon as the negative charge. You understand? That is the shift of electrons. Shift of electrons from oxygen to the bond, forming this bond as a double bond. Then shift of 2 electrons from here to this part, forming this as a negative charge. That means what? Whenever there is a double bond, the pi electrons will be shifted to the nearest carbon, forming negative charge. Got that? So same, if this is the process which is happening, what will happen? It will acquire the negative charge at ortho position, this ortho position, and para position. So what is happening? The negative charge which is present on the oxygen, so that will be shared, or that will be shared with the carbons which are present at the ortho positions and at the para position. So what is happening? Delocalization of the electrons. As there is a delocalization of the electrons, the electronegative charge or the negative charge on the oxygen, the electronegativity will be decreased. Are you getting the point? See, suppose if I am holding 2 electrons for a long time, so I will be unstable. Instead of holding these 2 electrons, what I'll do, say I am oxygen, I'll give these 2 electrons to the orthocarbon, first orthocarbon of the benzene. Then that orthocarbon will give it to para. That para carbon will give that 2 electrons to ortho, forming 4 different canonical structures. As there are more number of canonical structure, the resonating structures are more, the resonance stability will be more, the electrons will be shared, the weight will be shared among all these 3 carbons and the oxygen. So what will happen? The urge to attract the proton which is released, so that will be decreased as far as the phenoxide. What I just wanted to clarify is this. This oxygen is having negative charge, but the urge to get that proton back will be less. Why? Because this negative charge is stabilized or is delocalized in the ring, so that the oxygen having the negative charge will get that proton back very slowly compared to the alkoxide. Means what? If alkoxide is having no canonical structure, no sharing of the electrons of that oxygen, so that it is highly unstable. Phenoxide ion is having the negative charge, but that negative charge is shared among all the carbon, understand, so that it is stable. So the one proton which is released, so that will remain as a release compared to ethanol. So that means it is a better acid compared to the ethanol.